Hey guys, Ionic Brick here. Had a couple of people questioning about getting Gyro to work on the OneXplayer. So this is the 8.4 version. I have the AMD 5800U. So just wanted to walk through a couple of things. First thing, I'm using this little USB gyro. That's how we're getting the gyro to get into this device that otherwise does not have gyro. So I'll put a link in the YouTube description. You can pick these up for like, I think $15 plus shipping. It's a Chinese company. I'm in the United States. They sent me an email letting me know that their product doesn't work in the United States, but I have proof that I got it to work. So there'll be a link for this, and then there's a link for the software here that you'll have to download to sort of cloak the Xbox controller that's built in. So I'm going to show you how to do that and get it working in Steam, and then I'll show you hopefully with a game. So this little guy just goes right into your USB port. If I turn it the right way around, that is. You'll hear the little dooting sound that it makes, and then you will open this piece of software that you'll download, because Windows will recognize it as a communication hub, but you can't get Windows to do anything with it. So we open up this one. I'll use the mouse, not the keyboard, the mouse, just so I can keep my giant hands out of the screen for you. So I downloaded this called Handheld Companion. So we'll open this up, and what this does is cloak the Xbox 360 controller that is essentially stuck to the sides of your One X and turns it into a DualShock. So here you can see right there it says emulated DualShock 4 controller. You can select Xbox 360, but you don't want to do that. If you do that, it will not work. And it doesn't work because Xbox 360 controllers do not have vibration, or I'm sorry, not vibration. They do not have gyroscopic controls in them. So go to the controller, select that. You'll see this device cloaking that's here. You want it to cloak and you want it to uncloak when you close the software. So I'm going to minimize this. I'm not going to close it when I get out of it. Set up your profile. I just have a basic global profile that I use. You can enable profiles for each game, so you'd have to change the profile for your game. So what I'm going to do for mine is the style of input is the player space. I've done that because I'm gonna open up Control. That's what I've been playing lately, so I'll show you how it works in Control. I have it set that so I use my left trigger, which is the aiming button in Control, to enable it. You can also, there's an always on functionality here, so you can just leave the gyro on if you'd like the whole time. And then there's some, you can adjust, the aggressiveness of the gyro. Then an overlay, there's another button you can push to if you want to overlay controller. I'll show you what that looks like. You can overlay controller. I've got it set to the D-pad up function, so when we push the D-pad up, which is kind of annoying in Control, I'll change that later. I don't know why I've got it set to that, but and then the last thing you want to go to is these settings, because we have to select the sensor that it's going to use. So startup's automatic. You'll go to this external. It says in order for changes to effect, restart the application. So I'll restart it. Okay, and then settings, just to make sure that it did that. Sensor option, external, placement direction. I don't know why that's, maybe it's not going to work. They just updated this. This is the new 10, so some of this may have changed since I used it last. I just updated about 20 minutes ago, actually, so we will see if it worked. So it's taking the input of the Xbox 360, converting it to a PlayStation 4, and then we should be good to go. So I'm going to minimize that. I'm not going to clear it. and I'm going to start Steam. And there's one thing that you have to do in Steam to get this to load. My Steam is being slow today. I might cut this out for you. So once Steam is up, you got to go into the Steam settings, and in this controller area here, you'll have general controller settings, and we're going to turn off Xbox configuration support. And see, it says detected controller down here. You should see PlayStation 4 controller. So that's what you should see, and we're going to turn on PlayStation configuration support. Okay, so it was Xbox. I'm switching it to PlayStation because PlayStation controllers have the gyro. Then X out of that, and start the game that you would like to test, which I will test Control. So, take just a minute for Control to load. You'll see in the corner here, I don't know if you can see that well, gamepad config. You see the PlayStation 4 controller comes up. That's how you know you get your settings correct. And then when this goes, one more loading screen here, and we should be in so I can show you. I'll try to get the glare from my lights off the screen here. See all my fingerprints as well. Okay, so you can see the controls work. Everything works just fine. I can move Jesse around. Now, when I push D-pad up, it was supposed to bring in the gyro, but now you can see if I aim, I'm gonna have to find out why that you can key in so that you push a D-pad and then you'll see a little controller wherever you want it on the screen and to function. But you can see if I hit the aim button now that I'm not touching the controls here, that she aims with the gyro and it works beautifully. You can adjust the sensitivity. So I have, with the trigger pulled, you can still see that I can aim with the stick. So if I was, sniping in a shooter, I could use the gyro controls to fine-tune that. And that is what you have to do to get that running with that USB. And again, I'll put the links into the section in YouTube so that you can find that. Hope that helps. Have fun gaming.